And I'm not talking about standing just to say I'm standing here. But when we stand, we got to be doing something to make a stand. This book is about the church and the plan that God has for, and not only the plans he has for the church, but the plans that he has for us as believers. We got to learn how to stand. Stand is a strong, active, and defensive posture in spiritual warfare, resisting the devil's schemes and temptation. It's always going to be something that the enemy is coming at us with. But we got to be in a position where we're going to stand because God has given us this word to stand on. He gave us the word. He said that he being for us is more than the whole world being against us. He said that he would never leave us or forsake us. So he's telling us that whatever we at, to just stand. Whatever position you're in, stand. But you got to make sure you're standing in the will of God. We can't handle this thing in our own way. We can't handle it in our own power because your power is no power. But we got to learn how to stand in the power of God. Standing on his word. In order for God to deal with it, he has to first deal with us. And to be able, you must be connected to the power of God. See, we have to realize that we are just conduits. We are not the connection. We are not the source, I'm saying. We are not the source. We are just conduit. And in order for us to work, we got to connect to the power. Huh? We got to be connected to the source of where we're going to get our power from to stand. And the only way we're going to be able to stand, we got to learn how to pray. We got to learn how to meditate. We got to learn how to fast. We got to learn how to call on God to help us to stand. Because we think we fight against one another. But the Bible just told us we fight not against flesh and blood. Your fight ain't with your brother. Your fight ain't with your wife. Your fight ain't with your husband. Your fight is not with one another. But your fight is with the invisible enemy, and we got to learn how to fight in the spirit. We too busy fighting one another. Yeah, it looks like she doing it, but it's not her doing it. It's a spirit working within, trying to get in. And when you learn that it's not the person that you're fighting, but a spirit, then we'll learn how to stand. We have given the enemy charge in our homes. We've given him charge in our lives because we don't know who we fighting against. We're too busy fighting one another, tearing down one another, instead of building up one another and looking beyond what you see, because I know they say seeing is believing, but it ain't always what you see. The enemy is always cunning, scheming, lying. He's always working. And he's working where you can't see him working, but he's at work. Because it is not a natural fight. It's a spiritual fight. And you think you fighting against that person that you are at odds with. but it ain't the person. That person is being used by the enemy. So you can't fight who you looking at. You have to recognize it's a spirit at work here. And if I want my sister or my brother to be okay and to be safe, then I got to fight against that spirit that's fighting against them. I can't fight them. I can't fight them. Because as long as I fight them, I'm fighting a losing battle. We got to learn who we are fighting and what we are fighting. Standing doesn't mean doing nothing. It means holding your ground when the enemy tries to push you back, staying rooted in the truth when lies are all around, trusting God when fear try to make you run. We got to trust God. This thing don't look like I want it to look. I know we be discouraged so much about when we see, I get discouraged a lot when I see my grandchildren really not doing whatever, but I encourage myself because I realize there is a war going on. And I try not to say stuff that's going to diminish them, but I try to build them up because I know that I'm up against something and I'm not up against my grandchildren. But I see an enemy at work in them. And so I try to encourage them and I tell them things like, you know you're better than that. That ain't you. You are letting something else try to dictate to you who you are. And that ain't who God called you to be. And you know, society try to make our children think that they got to be like somebody else. But how many know God made us to be different? He wants us to be separated, set aside. The Bible didn't tell us to be conformed to the world. It tells us be not conformed and to be ye transformed. We got to be transformed. If we gonna stand in the liberty in which God called us in, then we got to be transformed. And I've learned that the more you fight a person in something, then the more they're going to gravitate to it. So I learned that in order, and rather than to keep talking about it, I'm going to pray about it. And the more I pray about it, then the less I'm going to talk about it. Because, see, the enemy, he wants us to keep talking about it. And see, the more you talk about it, you're going to keep talking about it. And if you talk about it, it ain't going to never change. But if you start praying about it, and praying about it, and praying about it, and praying about it, it's hard when you got a whole lot of boys and you don't know nothing about being no man, so you can't talk about it. You got to pray about it. So I wanted my boys to be different, so I just got praying about it. And I prayed about it. Drunk, high, all kind of stuff. But I didn't talk about it. Prayed about it. And the more I prayed about it, the less I talked about it. And the more I prayed about it, the more God turned it around for me. Nobody don't want their kids to just be anything. I know, and parents, we got to learn this. We got a plan, but they got a plan too. And we can't be mad if they plan don't line up with our plan. But the ultimate plan is the plan. And the ultimate plan is the plan that God has for all of us. And he said his plans are good and not evil. That he got an expected end. He got a plan. And if we will work his plan, then our plan will be manifested. Because our plan is for our children to prosper. Our plan is for our children to be great. Our plan is. So we got to stand. Y'all got little ones. Tell you like Sister Jared told me. They in your lap. And they going to do just what you say do. But after a while, they're going to be 19, 20. 16, you can still kind of like do something. But 19, oh, he real smart. He got it all worked out. Oh, Grandma. Okay, B. Okay, B, I'm going to let you have that one. But I know if I fight B, then I'm fighting a losing battle. So I can't fight B. I got to keep this thing where B gonna keep coming. Grandma, Grandma. Because as long as I leave that door open, where he know I could go to Grandma. He know Grandma gonna say some things now. He know Grandma gonna say some things. But he know Grandma just ain't gonna say anything. And see, that's a problem sometimes. We say anything. The Bible says that blessings and cursing shouldn't come out the same mouth. Huh? If you want things to be different, then you got to say something different. Huh? Can't say what you see. You got to say what you want. I learned that. I couldn't say what I see. I had to say what I wanted. And when I kept saying what I wanted, I got what I wanted. Because I couldn't fight in the natural. I had to fight in the spirit. And if God gonna deal with it, then we got to let God deal with it. We got to put ourselves in a place where whatever God do, we all right with it. And that was my prayer. I would pray, God, don't let this happen. Don't let this happen. But whatever you do, give me peace with it. Let me be able to accept whatever you do. Whatever. And see, sometimes it's going to be some hard knocks. But if it's God's will, I can take it. Sometimes it's going to be things that you feel like you can't take. But with God help, you can take it. Sometimes my husband say I'm hard. I'm not hard. I just try to put myself in a place where whatever God says, I can stand. I never wanted to be whippy. I never wanted to be a crybaby. I always wanted to be where I'm going to be all right. You understand? Because there's some stuff to happen will make you really just want to give up. But I don't want to give up. Because I can't be no help if I'm a wimp. If I'm crying every time something happens, I can't help. But if I'm trusting God and I'm standing on the promise of God and I'm allowing God to have his way, I'll be able to stand. So that's what we got to do. The Bible tells us to girdle up the loins of our mind. Huh? Not only did he tell us to girdle up, but he gave us armor to help us to stand. Huh? Put on the breastplate of righteousness. The helmet of salvation. He give you that helmet so when you start going through, you don't lose your mind. Some of this stuff will make you want to give up. But because he gave you a helmet, oh! Yeah. It hurt me, but I could take it. It don't feel good to me, but I can take it. I think the worst thing that I ever had to take in my life, though, was losing my mama. Now, that's the worst thing. And I thought I couldn't take it. I thought that I was going to lose it. But God is so good. God is so merciful. I felt the arms of God holding me in the midst of all of my pain, all of my hurt. To have to sit there. First, I had to make preparations. And after I made the preparations, I had to sit there and look at her. And I just felt the strength of God. I didn't do it in my own strength. And I didn't go through it by myself. So I'm saying that to say this. Whatever you're going through, you're not by yourself. Whatever you're going through, that thing that you think you can't take, that thing that you think is going to destroy you, that thing that you think has got the best of you, he'll strengthen you. He'll sustain you in the midst of it. He'll give you that strength that you know that you don't have. And he'll walk you through it. He will bring you out of it. Just lean on it. Just depend on it. Just trust him. Because when you trust yourself, you're going to mess up every time. But don't trust in you. Don't trust in your ability, because in your ability is no ability. It's none whatsoever. But when you trust in him and you lean on him and you depend on him, he will see you through. So like the words say, when you done stood all you can stand, stand. Stand. He got you. Stand. I ain't finna make up nothing else to say. That's what he gave me. Stand. He got you. He will bring you through. He will bring you out. Just lean on it and depend on it. I know you think, this thing right here is just too much for me. It's too much for me, and you're right. It is too much for you. But it ain't too much for him. You got to know that with God's help, you can do anything. Don't be afraid to let it go. Don't be afraid of what's going to happen. Because ain't nothing going to happen that God don't want to happen. But you got to stand. You got to stand. I ain't tell you don't cry. Crying sometimes give you a little strength. That don't make you weak. That don't make you wimpy. But just stand. Don't turn your back. Don't quit. And don't walk away. But stand. When you done stood all you can stand. Stand. Because he got you. You understand? Stand. Now, if there's anybody that's going through and you just know that you can't come through this thing on your own. You can't handle it on your own. But with God's help, with God's help, with God's help, we can make it. We can make it. With God's help, we can make it. I was encouraging Shay. When I was 15 years old, I was took away from my whole family and had nobody, even a cousin, around me. But God took care of me. And God gonna take care of y'all. He gonna provide for y'all. I ain't gonna say that you might not, get a little wibble wobble or whatever. But when you least expect. See, that's one thing about them country folks. When you least expect, somebody will knock on your door now. Somebody will knock on your door. And it don't be people who you expect to help you. It gonna be somebody. What? I don't believe that. They help me. Y'all gonna make it. Y'all come back home to visit. But y'all gonna make it. I really feel that in my spirit. Y'all gonna make it. But yeah, God took care of me. And it's 48 years down the road, and I still call the person and tell them thank you. He let me meet somebody that would change my life for a lifetime. A lifetime of change. And it was all right for me. And it's going to be all right for y'all. Trust God. Push and stand. Amen. Amen. Pray my strength in the Lord.
Come on, give Pastor a hand, y'all would. Come on, give her another hand. This is how God is leading us today to do this. A lot of times, we as adults, older adults, we see what we go through. But it's a lot more going on now than you can ever imagine. Pastor, come back and stand. I'm going to ask you young people that know that you're facing things and know that that's some things that you can't say nothing to nobody. And you just now heard a word. You just going to have to stand and trust God. You're going to have to build a relationship with God. You're going to have to trust God. Hello, somebody? Come on down, young people. Jayla, you and BJ be my volunteers. Come on, baby. Come on. Y'all gonna have to stand. Because some of these things that y'all facing now, we never